Hey, Shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. I want to give a double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who are telling this truth. I want to give a peace and blessings to the I came across the four corners of the earth who teach this truth and waste the life to do so. It's going to be a quick video, Lord willing, that's edifying to you. A couple things I'm going to go over. It's basically, proving again that we are in a time of deliverance and in the time of, Esau's end. I'm going to grab a couple scriptures showing that, man, through prophecy. Lord willing, is edifying to you. I can first scripture I'm going to start with is Habakkuk. And I'm going to start at 2. It says, and the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Now, it says it's for an appointed time, man. Okay? And when you go to, as a matter of fact, it's some more meat on this. Bear with me real quick. See if I could grab some. I could go down, but let me jump to. I'm gonna keep going down. So like this is I'm gonna start back at 3. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. Okay, and that's the heathen, man. Okay, his soul is not Esau. His soul is not lifted up upright in him, man. It says, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Right, he neither keepeth at home, and he has military bases everywhere. Okay, he's in every land. Okay, and when he goes to these lands, what does he bring? Nothing but confusion. Okay, that's that. He's the bastard of the earth, man. The devil that's roaming around, man. Okay, it says, also because he transgresseth by wine, he's a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Now look, even you can look at that and think about America, man. Okay, this is a land that's seated upon many waters, man. A lot of people are here. Okay, a lot of people are here. A lot of people are mingled in this society. And then who's on top of this society? Esau, okay? Esau, he's the top heathen right now. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. When you go into Job, I think that's Job 30:7. Earth is given into the hands of the wicked, man. So he rules, he runs, he sets up what he wants, okay? And he sets up what he wants, and he executes what he wants through wickedness. Okay, why? Because that was his blessing. Okay, and then what does he have to protect his blessing? The sword, because that's his blessing as well. Okay, that's why he has his armies. That's why he has the police. That's why they all, they all parties of this man's, all parties of this man's empire is wicked, man. Okay, and it promotes nothing but wickedness. Okay, it says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that that which is not his. Check that out, man. And he increases in a lot of things that's not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them, because thou hast spoiled many nations. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. Okay, now look, what's a way that that the society is going to be destroyed? By thermonuclear fire. Okay, it says, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Woe to him that covereth an evil covetousness to his house. No, that was the point. I'm gonna go down. It says, this is 12. It says, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establisheth a city with by iniquity. Now he did build a town with blood. He did establish a city with iniquity. The place where he reigns. This is his capital place. This is, America is the capital place of the heathen of Esau. He runs this place, and this place is the power of the whole world. Now it's not a country that's stronger, than this place. And this place is the most wicked. Okay? This place thrives through wickedness. It doesn't benefit off of righteousness. That's why, the elites, they're going to attack the men of they're going to try to attack the men of the Lord. Okay? Because wow, we're not only are we fighting ourselves and fighting our bodies, right? But we're doing the best that we can to be righteous. So what? So we can make it out of here, man. Okay? But with us turning our ways to righteousness, right? We walking away from the sinful world, and he can't benefit off of that. This man needs confusion and chaos to benefit. Okay? That's how he rules. That's how he dwells. That's why it's confused. That's why the world is in shambles, man. Okay? It says, behold, it is not of the Lord Yahweh of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire. And the people shall weary themselves for very vanity. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord Yahweh, as the waters cover the sea. And guess what? Guess when the world's gonna be filled with knowledge, when his men is back in power. And guess where it's starting? It's starting now. Okay, now let me go to Jeremiah 50, and I like Jeremiah 50 because it shows you, man, that we in the time of the end. This is Jeremiah 50 and 4. It says, and when you read 1 down to 3, it tells you, what's going to happen to Babylon. Kind of what I spoke about in the book before. Okay, the other nations are going well on this place. Going to go ham on this place, man, and send thermonuclear fire on this place. 200,000 missiles, which is 200 million missiles, is going to be shot upon this place for its iniquity, for its robbery, for its rape, for its wickedness, for its all its wicked deeds. Okay, for its pride, for the unrighteous dealings. Okay, that's what happens to a nation, man. Sodom and Gomorrah was set up, and places like that was set up for an example on how not to be. This place is that times 1,000. You can cut a man's rod off and put a vagina on and call it a female. And he's able to, with a man's spirit, a man's brain, a man fucking everything, and walk in society as a woman. That's confusion. This it can't go on. It can't continue. It won't go on. Okay, this is Jeremiah 50 and 4. It says, in those days and in that time, saith the Lord Yahweh, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together. So the northern tribe and the southern tribe together, going and weeping, they shall go and seek the Lord their power. Okay, it says, they shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, come and let us join ourselves to the Lord Yahweh in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten. My people hath been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place. Okay. It says, when you go back up, Salaki, it says, the point was in 4. When you go back up, it says, the children of Israel and the children of Judah together. Okay. Now, when you go to Baruch, 2, I believe. Right here, Baruch 2 and 30. It says, because it says Judah and Israel coming together, okay, seeking the ways of the ways of the Lord, okay, which is what? Righteousness. It says, for I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves. And that's what's happening right now. And why is the world crumbling? Because the true men of the Bible are waking up and remembering themselves. That's prophecy. Okay, it says, and shall know that I am the Lord, their power. for I will give them an heart and ears to hear. And who is them that got a heart and ears to hear? That's the elect and the 1/3. And why? And how do you prove that? Is because the elect is out teaching right now, bidding others to the marriage, bidding the rest of the elect to the marriage, if they haven't been bidden to the marriage already. Okay? Because those men, Lord willing, I'm part of those men, are the men that's going to be set up to rule the next world. Okay? That's why Yahweh Shai said to Pilate, he said what? He said, if this is my world, my servants will fight for me. But this is basically roughly paraphrasing what Yahweh Shai said. But this is not his world. This is not our world. Okay? If it's not Yahweh Shai's world, it's not his men's world. Okay, but guess what? The world to come is ours. Because why? What did he also say? He said, I have prepared a place for thee. In my Father's house, there's many mansions. I have gone and I prepared a place for thee. If it not hath been, I wouldn't have told you. Roughly paraphrasing the scripture. So what is that place? Okay? What is that place? That's going into other planets, but that place is, also, that place is the kingdom. That place is rulership. Okay? Right now, we're not in rulership. We were sold to our enemies, and I'm going to get that, Lord willing. We were sold to our enemies because we went off. Okay? And that's what we're serving right now, but we're at the end of that cup, and everything has started to be turned around. And why? How do you know that? Because the men are waking up. This is Baruch 2:30. The men of the Lord are waking up. This is Baruch 2:30. It says, for I knew that they would not hear me because of the stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves, and shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh their power, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name. Okay, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers which sinned before the Lord. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it. And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power, and they shall be my people. And I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land, my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them. Okay? But it started what? With us remembering ourselves, right? With us seeking righteousness. Okay, now let me go to Baruch 4. And I'm going to tell you why we're going through what we're going through now. This is Baruch 4 and 6. It says, ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction. Because when you go into the law, when you go into the curses, if we broke the law, it tells you that all these curses will come upon us, and it gives you a list of the things that only fits a specific people. And it's specific people that it fits. And you can look if you want. A specific people that it fits is a so-called black man, so-called Mexican man, so-called Native American man. Okay? It says, and what I mean by all Latin tribes, I'm talking about, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Cubans, Mexicans. Okay? It says, you were sold to the nations not for your destruction, but because he moved the Most High to wrath. You were delivered unto the enemies. For you provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to the Most High. Okay? So that's why we were sold to to the heathens. Because really the heathens were made to serve us. And if you look at how heathens, even how they operate, because if you look at every heathen nation, they all have, the majority of them have a dwelling place, right? You got India, right? You got China, you got Japan, right? You got, even here in America, you got Hawaii, right? You got Europe, okay? You got Africa, okay? All these lands where they have their own everything, right? They live like heathens. How a heathen will live. They don't live according to the godly way of living. They don't live according to the law, statutes, and commandments. You got some that, follow it, in wickedness, right? Like Muslims, like they have their women covered up and things of that nature. But really that came from us, okay? Because that's in our law, okay? And our law is the law of Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai is the purest thing, the purest way to live, okay? So these other nations, they need They need like that. They need a leader. They need a nation to lead them. And what nation is going to lead them? Israel. Okay, you had a video that came out a minute ago of a Middle Eastern lady. I believe she was in Israel, and she was like, "Yeah, you black people, y'all the real children of Israel. Y'all need to come back. We need y'all." Yeah, these other nations, these heathen nations need us, man. They need us, right? That's why we're going to be set on high. We're going to be a mountain again and set up on high and rule. And every other nation is going to have to serve under us. That's in the scriptures. That's plain. Read it's in Isaiah 60. I always bring Isaiah 60. Okay, it's Baruch 4:14. It says, "Let them that dwell about Zion come and remember ye the daughters of my sons and daughters which the everlasting hath brought upon them. For the nation." No, that's not what I want. I mean, that's good too, but that's not what I want. Salakia, bear with me right here. This is Baruch 4:24. Says, "Like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity, so shall they shortly see. Salakia, like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity, which is all the other nations, so shall they have so shall they see shortly your salvation from our power, which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High, for thine enemy hath persecuted thee. But shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck." And I'm going to go down at 28. It says, "For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek him 10 times more." And if you return to the Most High, you're going to have to fight sin. You're going to have to fight your flesh because you've been marinated in this world for so long, right? But to stay connected, right, to this word and to this truth, one of the best ways to stay connected is to put off the flesh to the best of your abilities. Pray, fast, study, call Akim. Okay? But yeah, we in the land of our captivity and we're remembering ourselves, and these people are getting nervous and scared, but it's all prophecy. Let me try to get one more real quick before I don't want to make the video too long. Like the brother said, you gotta Jake attention span is like 10 to 15 minutes. So you gotta, and that's scriptures also say, you want to make anything you gotta say and make it short, short and right to the point. Okay, this is Jeremiah 51. Let me see. You know what, Salaki, give me 1 second. I gotta get it in my scripture. Actual book. I know I got it marked here. Let me see. Once, bear with me. I can. Jeremiah. Okay, here it is. There we go. Right here. Jeremiah 51. Is it one? Right here. It says, Jeremiah 51:1, it says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me, a destroying wind." Okay? And a destroying wind is going to be what? Those missiles. It says, "And will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her." Highlight these. "That shall fan her and shall empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about." Okay, it says, look, we've been talking about that, man. Since the first book I brought out, we was talking about that. It says, against all these other nations putting hell on America. It says, against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifteth himself up in his brigadine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly her host. Let me jump down to 6. It says, "Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of Yahweh's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense." Okay, it says Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord, and Babylon is talking about America. Okay, it says Babylon has been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. And how did it make all the earth drunken? It made all the earth drunken through its philosophies, through its wicked deeds, through promoting wickedness, through just setting up, in all these lands, turning these lands into, complete hell. Okay, it says the nations have drunken of her wine. Yeah, the nations have drunken of her wine. They looked at America, they benefited from America, they partied, they got into bed with America.